Michelle has a way of, it's beautiful how, um, w- when you want to get into the complexity of complex number space and how creation energy, which is what love is, it goes on forever, the acceleration of that speed and the complexity of the biodiversity, which is really a creative artist, which is a musician. But she put something out about focusing your energy in a productive way, right? Or a constructive way. When I was a child, is sort of knowing the difference between what's right and what's wrong, which really is simply defined by, if you will, polarity in a sense, even though I'm a mated chip, which means I'm at zero, which is balance, which is peace, which is love, harmony, and balance, because you can tune in to anything that is distorted, so you clear the distortion so that you run in a clear channel, okay, which is opening a gate so that, yeah, I feel the harmony, baby, let's go right through. Right? So your spirit and your soul moves right through into another realm, into another world, into another galaxy. Where do you want to go? Right? Because you go with the flow. You go with the flow. See? So your energy is naturally peaceful. You know, and there's no turbulence. You know, it's peaceful just to be with all the real gods and goddesses, all the real co-creators that are doing it in harmony with each other. It means we know how to tune in with each other to our waves. It's really a harmonic. It's really a harmonical thing. Harmonics. It's all harmonics. Harmony, baby. Harmony. That's what it's about. When you know how to harmonize with musicians, you're there. And it comes natural. You don't even have to think about it. You've arrived. You're an original musician. That's what love is. Love loves music. It starts with music. That's from all the poets, the storytellers. Now you're on fire. Right? So that just comes natural. That's just natural the way that happens. So when you think about the focus of energy, which is the intention of your energy, and when your intention of your energy is to do something that is positive, that's on a positive electron. That positive electron will accelerate. So when more beings come together using their consciousness in a productive and a positive way, they will begin to thrive, right? So they will begin to realize very quickly what doesn't serve them, and they'll get rid of what doesn't serve them. So what happens is now these units of consciousness are accelerating with themselves to get rid of what doesn't serve them, that they were holding in memory, what was in the past that didn't serve them. So this is sort of when we get into the NSA, the CIA, the communication systems, all the cell phones, all the laptops, all the rest of that. When you realize they're all weaponized, and you realize that why would you why would you choose to use your energy in a self-destructive way by using their communication platform, which is aimed as a weapon against your consciousness, which is your soul? You wouldn't. Would you do that to yourself? That's self-destructive. That's not constructive use of energy. That's going in the other direction, because that's what they are. They're negative. Negative reaction states, increase of compression, negative reaction states. Man, expand the possibilities, expand the infinite possibilities using your creativity, your creative mind in a positive way. And next thing you know, your reality is going to change in a positive way. Now you're experiencing more of what love is, which is what the law is, it goes on forever. That means you have a future because you're using your energy in a constructive way. That's why when you're a child, it's easy if you're using your energy in a constructive way because you're on fire, you're bringing higher energy in to make positive things happen. Because you know how to make positive things happen because you have so much energy in which to do it with. Right? So now you begin to realize it's an energy game, which is an AI war game. They're gaming us for our energy. They want us to play war with them. See ya. Okay, so that's what they use their computers, what they use their software systems for. All their technologies are based on control of what they don't love, which is their own mirror. See, so when one guy mentioned one time about, well, we got seeded races that don't like seeded races, then that's their problem, isn't it? Remember I mentioned that one time? That's their problem. Because that's their mirror. They're managing their mirror. So if they expect to be and experience more mirrors, which is more of what love is, then it would behoove them to grab the right engine of creation and learn how to do that. But they go in the opposite direction. They use technology as the means to sustain what they're aware of by the crimes that they commit against souls, because they have the ability to use that technology in which they do that. So if you're a real guardian, it means you know how to take their toys away, uncreate it. That's the same thing as burning it up. That's a high-speed wave. That's an aggregation of the amount of energy that can be brought to bear to solve the problem. That's why the Allied forces are here. So you can't be what the law is without having some teeth in it, right? Otherwise, it's just a fluke. Somebody said love was a law, but it's not really true because we're not experiencing what love is. So how am I supposed to know what the truth is, which is what the law is, if I'm not experiencing that? Well, you experience it through me because I am what love is. So I know what the law is. But when you have such a level of hypersensitivity for everything that is alive and living in creation, we don't use our energy to destroy the same things that we created out of what love is. So this becomes a battleground. Well, what happened? We want to restore them. Okay, so that would be, you want to restore them to the source from which they came. Now they're experiencing what love is. Yeah. You see how that works? So you realize the spirit of fire that's on fire in that light is the answer to the problem. When love is the law. That's why all this is happening. That's why they run a race against time, because they live in a time matrix. They become time dependent because they're not there yet. They don't experience the purity of that fire, the purity of that light, which is the purity of that light that goes on forever, gifting electrons. So the idea that you need energy from somebody else as if there's some lack of energy is a lie. It began with what love is, and love goes on forever. So it's not like there isn't enough love to go around to give everybody so they can experience what love is, because that's why we're all here. That's why the Allied forces are here. That's why so many people are waking up. They're experiencing the real McCoy. They're experiencing real love. They're waking up. Now they remember. Now they remember who they are. That means their spirit is waking their soul up. Hey, knock, 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 knock. Mama's ringing the bell. That's called a school bell. Now, years ago, I called it, she's dismissing the class. Ding, 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 school's over. So I pictured myself, yeah, well, I'm one of those teachers that leaves that candlelight on. So some lost soul that's out there sees a candle still lit. Wow, there must be some light in there. You know, candle power begins with ignition, a spark. Light that fire. There's the flame. There's the light. Yeah. Have a great day.